The boxers have been given their instructions. The seconds are out. The crowd is ready for another edition of Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing with your presenter, the boxing historian, Greg Rashid.
Well, I want to say swatty cup to everyone out there. This is Greg Rashid with another edition of the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. Heard by so many people all over the world at their convenience. But a lot of folks listen every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Mountain Time on KUHSdenver.com, created by the one and only Henry Archuleta, a legend forever. And I just want to say hi to all my friends in Colorado. I will get back there at some point. And also want to say hi to everyone that listens. And if you're new to the program, yes, I'm in Bangkok, Thailand. And we have a ball on this show. We have a good time. If you're new to the program, glad you tuned in. You must be a boxing fan if you tuned into the program, because we talk boxing here. But also we play some music. We talk about current boxing, but also we do fantasy fights. And we have a featured fantasy fight today created by, and what we use, if you're new to the program, we use various modalities, be it computer software, sometimes card and dice games, and today we'll be using Legends of Boxing PC game. Great game, but all the games we use on here are really great. Title about Boxing 2, also card and dice game, Glory Days Boxing. That's great games. And I hope you enjoy today's event. It's going to be in the light heavyweight division. We'll have the one and only Eddie Mustafa Muhammad versus Thomas the Hitman Hearns. It's going to be a great event, 12-round light heavyweight bout. But before that, we always talk about what's going on in the news currently in the world of boxing. And what we're going to do now, we're going to have our commentator, Amy, talk about what's going on, starting with the new heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. And I say new, and hopefully he will remain that, being undisputed. But given what she's about to tell us, and these boxing, I tell you, these boxing federations, they're so ridiculous. So let's hear what she has to say currently about Usyk.
Undisputed heavyweight world champion Alexander Usyk has been suspended from boxing after his fight with Tyson Fury. The British Boxing Board of Control has suspended the Ukrainian's license until the 2nd of July 2024. The reasons for this decision are not specified, but it is likely a precautionary measure due to the injuries Usyk sustained in the fight against Fury. Earlier, promoter Alexander Krajcuk said that Usyk had suffered a minor injury after the fight with the Briton. He needs a week to recover. Before that, Usyk defeated Fury and became the undisputed world champion in the heavyweight division. Tyson landed more punches, but Alexander was more accurate.
I tell you, even though he's the undisputed champion, the federations are trying their best to take one of the titles away. You know, he's right now has been suspended. That's so ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. He's the champion. Also, the IBF is talking about in another week. If you're listening, and I'm taping the show on Wednesday, May the 22nd, in another week, the IBF is talking about they're going to take that title away from him. And they've done this before. This is not new. The IBF, when Tyson Fury became the undisputed, at least one of the heavyweight champions. When he beat Vladimir Klitschko, they took his title away, the IBF. They took his title away. When Terrence Crawford became undisputed champion in the lightweight division, super lightweight division, they took his title away. It's ridiculous. I hope these federations, they just stop. Just stop it. Just let the fans enjoy these champions. Don't step in and just muck things up. I mean, boxing right now is in a renaissance. Don't do things to mess up everything. You got new fans coming in, and they don't want to deal with this. They don't want to deal with all this suspending someone, taking the titles away. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, let's get to some more news here. Amy's going to talk about now. I think she'll talk about it right now. Let's see. The upcoming fight with Teofimo Lopez. She'll talk a little bit about that.
Teofimo Lopez will defend his Ring Junior welterweight championship and his WBO belt against Canadian contender Steve Claggett on Saturday, June 29, at James L. Knight Center in downtown Miami, Florida. Lopez, a two-weight ring champion who grew up in South Florida, captured the IBF lightweight world title with a second-round knockout against Richard Cummey in December 2019. The following year, he triumphed over pound-for-pound king Vasily Lomachenko to claim the WBA, WBC and WBO belts titles. He lost the belts in a shocking upset to George Kambosos Jr. in November 2021. The 26-year-old made his junior welterweight debut in August 2022, registering a seventh-round TKO versus Pedro Compa before tallying a points verdict over Spanish southpaw Sandor Martin that December. In June 2023, Lopez painted a fistic masterpiece when he upset former undisputed champion Josh Taylor to capture the ring belt. He defended his crown with a unanimous decision over former amateur rival Jermaine Ortiz in February. Lopez said, "I have always wanted to fight in South Florida, where I grew up and developed as a fighter. I never thought it would happen, but now, on June 29th, I get the opportunity to do so not just as a world champion, but as the lineal world champion of my division. This has been one of my goals since turning pro, and I'm motivated to showcase my talent there in front of my Honduran fans and the entire Latino community. This is like a Rocky Balboa story for Steve Claggett. I'm very much looking forward to what kind of style I'm going to see. There were no other fighters who were interested in fighting me, and I felt like he would give not just me, but the fans as well, a great fight to watch." Claggett, a native of Calgary, Canada, is a 15-year veteran who hasn't lost a fight since 2021. The 34-year-old went 4-0 with 2 knockouts in 2023. In March, he stopped Rafael Guzman Lugo in 7 rounds, and followed up with a third-round TKO against former world champion Alberto Machado in June before decisioning Carlos Sanchez in September and Miguel Medueno in November. He kicked off his 2024 in January by dispatching Marcos Gonzalez Barrera in 2. Claggett said, "I have worked my entire life for this opportunity, and I intend to make the most of it. I am more motivated than ever before, and I'm ready to give it everything I've got."
Thank you so much, Amy, for that. And she has one more report. And this one is about the upcoming Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight, if you want to call it that. But let's hear what she has to say about that.
Jake Paul responded to being called fat by Mike Tyson by reminding his rival of his most haunting defeat. Paul and Tyson will clash in a controversial heavyweight fight in Texas in July and came face-to-face at 2 press conferences last week. YouTube star Paul has piled on the pounds as he starts his training camp, claiming to have bulked up to 230 pounds, almost as heavy as Anthony Joshua. Tyson responded to Paul's transformation by branding him fat. "I don't know if he's in his prime, he's fat," Tyson said. "He should be lean and mean, he's fat and funky. I saw him with his shirt off the other day, he's fat." Paul responded by reminding Tyson of his shock defeat by Buster Douglas in 1990. "Hey, Buster Douglas was fat. Am I right? I know, but you know Buster Douglas, I'm better. I'm going to end you quicker than he did and you'll remember that forever," he said. "You started me off. I appreciate that. Mike, I love you. I love you like a father loves his son, but I must discipline you. You're going down, man." Paul added, "They say he's the baddest man on the planet, so let's find out. Apparently he's the final boss. I love the biggest challenges in the world. That's what's made my whole entire career is taking big risks, and I want the toughest guy out there. I want the biggest fights, and making history is what I've done my whole entire career. And this is no different. Netflix, Mike Tyson. It doesn't get any bigger than this, and everyone will see July 20th. Tyson has not been seen in the ring since he and fellow legend Roy Jones Jr. fought to a board draw in 2020. His last professional bout saw him retire on his stool after 5 rounds of his bout against Kevin McBride in 2005. But he added, once he's in that ring, he has to fight like his life depends on it, because it will be. This fight was a no-brainer. He was a new up-and-coming guy on the scene, and I like shaking the sports world to its core, and I'm doing it now. It's just something I want to do.
All right. Thank you, Amy, for those reports on the latest in boxing. We love doing it, and I hope you enjoyed it. You know, we like to give you what's going on in the real world of boxing, as well as the fantasy world of boxing, as we're about to do now, as we begin to present the... I've just been eating something, so I'm stuttering. But anyway, I'm having my lunch right now. But right now, we're getting ready to present the light heavyweight fight, 12-rounder, what-if fight between Eddie Mustafa Muhammad and Thomas Hearns. And as always, we have our commentator, the one and only, Knockout Nigel, who has his own fan club and it's growing all over the world. They love Knockout. And if you love Knockout, please go to my Patreon site, Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. Look on Patreon and give something here to keep us going. $1 a month, whatever you can do. It's really appreciated. As well as go to the site buymeacoffee.com. Look for Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast and do what you can, because it really helps. It really helps. This is a labor of love, but it really helps. You can donate something so we can get some better equipment, do some, just do some other things out in the field and all that with this show. But we depend on you. We depend on you. But right now, we're depending on Knockout Nigel, our commentator, to give us a great commentary of this fight between Muhammad and Hearns. So take it away, Knockout Nigel.
Cheers. This is your humble commentator, Knockout Nigel, coming to you today from the Blue Horizon in downtown Philadelphia. We have on tap for you a corker of a light heavyweight tussle as Eddie Mustafa Muhammad takes on the hitman Thomas Hearns. This promises to a bout chock full of action, as both gentlemen have dynamite in their fists. This fight will be judged on the round system. The judges are Jerry Roth, Harold Letterman, and special guest judge, Rocky himself, Sylvester Stallone. The man in charge of the action inside of the squared circle is Kenny Bayless. By the way, Stallone has admonished me for my bubbly. After taking a sip, which was against my better judgment, he said I should try the stuff given to him by Michael B. Jordan on the Creed movie set. I kindly declined his offer and will stick to my good old bubbly. And what do these actor types know about real bubbly? Anyway, I will take a sip as the bell has sounded for round 1. They meet at ring center. Muhammad throws a 2-point right uppercut. Hearns fires a 2-point double jab. Muhammad goes over the jab with a 1-point left hook, a 2-point double left jab, and 2-point right uppercut that snaps Hearns' head back. Hearns connects with a 1-point left cross. The 1,400 spectators are enjoying these early fireworks as they stand toe-to-toe and slug it out. Muhammad scores a 1-point combination. Hearns tees off on Muhammad with a stunning 3-point straight right that knocks Muhammad into the neutral corner. An anxious Hearns misses a wild left hook that caused him to fall into the ropes. Muhammad steps aside and connects with a 2-point right hook at the bell. My word, what a round! I doubt if this fight will go the distance if they keep this pace up. The wind from their punches almost knocked me down. I would give that round to Hearns because he stunned Muhammad. I need to take a double shot of bubbly to settle my stomach from such an action-packed round. Hey, don't look at me that way. Stallone is sneering at me because of my choice of beverage. Oh, these phony Hollywood types. Why doesn't he pay attention to the action in the ring as the bell sounds for round 2? They rush to ring center. Muhammad lands a 1-point left hook to the body, a 1-point left cross and short, 1-point left hook. Hearns clinches. He did so to stop Muhammad's fast pace to open the round. Hearns circles Muhammad after the clinch. Hearns stops in his tracks and lands a 1-point right cross. Muhammad misses with a counter left hook. Hearns tags Muhammad with a 2-point straight right lead that opens a deep cut near his right eye. A trickle of blood begins to flow down Muhammad's face. Unfazed, Muhammad comes back with a 2-point combo and 1-point left uppercut that snaps Hearns' head back. Muhammad throws a 1-point left jab as the bell sounds to end round 2. Muhammad's corner immediately starts working on his right eye. The cut is a deep one, but Muhammad did not seem like it was bothering him as punched back at Hearns. I would give that round to Muhammad. These fellows are giving the fans their money's worth thus far. I will take a... Will you stop looking at me, Stallone? I can't sip my bubbly in peace without this fake boxer looking at me. He obviously does not approve of my beverage. Be that as it may, let me take a sip as round 3 begins. The fighters are jockeying for position. So far, they have spent the first 0-knee minute of this round feinting and bobbing and weaving. Muhammad's corner has done a great job on his right eye. The fighters are talking to each other. Muhammad made a comment during the press conference that he would send Hearns back to welterweight with the whipping he promises to give him. Hearns has promised to hit him so hard that it will hurt his relatives in Brooklyn. Muhammad hooks Hearns to the body with a left for 2 points. Hearns digs his on 1-point left hook to the stomach. Muhammad counters with a 1-point left hook. Hearns powers up a 2-point left uppercut that causes Muhammad to clinch. Hearns works his way out of the clinch and has his combination blocked. Muhammad lands a 1-point left hook. Hearns throws a 2-point double jab that causes a major cut above Muhammad's left eye. My word, that cut is a bad one. Blood is pouring down Muhammad's face. His right eye injury is also beginning to open up. Referee Bayless may have to stop this fight to have the ring doctor look at both cuts. Despite the blood, Muhammad lands a solid 2-point right hook to the temple at the bell. Muhammad's corner is working on both eyes. Muhammad has some of the best cut men in the business. They should be able to stop the bleeding. Kenny Bayless is glancing at the corner, but has yet to call the ring doctor in to examine Muhammad's cuts. Let's hope that the injuries will not cause a stoppage to this exciting bout. I notice that Stallone has left his seat. Great. Now I can have sip of bubbly in peace as round 4 begins. Muhammad has his guard a little higher to protect both his eyes. His corner has done a great job of stopping the bleeding. Muhammad throws a 1-point combo to the body. Hearns counters with a 2-point left cross, 3-point combination, and another 2-point left hook. Those blows stunned Muhammad. Hearns was able to penetrate his guard. Despite those shots, Muhammad's cuts have not reopened. Hearns lands a right hook for 2 points and another combo for 1 point. Many people assume that Hearns is nothing but a one-punch knockout artist. But he is one of the best pure boxers in the business. He is showing off his skills to get punches past Muhammad's tight guard with ease. Muhammad lands a weak 1-point left jab, partially blocked by Hearns. Hearns fires back a 1-point left hook to the body and a 1-point right cross that causes Muhammad to clinch. Muhammad gets off a 1-point left hook to the body, then clinches again. Bayless breaks them up just as the bell sounds to end round 4. Hearns put on a dominant performance in round 4. I think Muhammad has become tentative because he doesn't want his eyes to open up again. There was no blood coming out of them in this round, despite the punishment Hearns was handing out. I see that Stallone is back in his seat, paying attention to the fight, and not me. Great. I can take another sip of bubbly again as round 5 starts. Hearns comes out firing a 1-point left jab. Muhammad counters with a 1-point right hook at ring center. Hearns connects with a 1-point left hook and 2-point right cross that causes both cuts to reopen. Blood is trickling down Muhammad's face. It doesn't seem to be affecting him as he fires off a one-point combo. Hearns' counter left hook misses its target. Good head movement by Muhammad. Hearns has his right hand on his hip. He is preparing to load it up as he stalks Muhammad. Muhammad is bobbing and weaving, moving in and out of range. Muhammad has decided on a more defensive strategy to avoid having more blood come from the cuts. Hearns has cut off the ring and pinned Muhammad in the neutral corner. Hearns is firing shots off that Muhammad is picking off with his gloves. Nothing is connecting. Hearns misses a big left hook. Muhammad ducks under it and lands a counter right hook for 4 points that floors Hearns. Hearns is down! Hearns is down! What a turn of events! The crowd has gone wild. Hearns struggles to get to his feet at the count of 6. Bayless is checking to see if Hearns wants to continue. He nods his head yes. Muhammad rushes him and lands a 2-point double jab. Hearns stumbles backwards into the ropes. Muhammad is getting ready to drop another hard one on Hearns, just as the bell sounds to end round 5. The crowd is giving Muhammad a standing ovation. He began the round in survival mode. He appeared more interested in not having his cuts reopened than fighting, but he fooled me and everyone in this venue. That was a solid round for Muhammad. The question is, can he continue doing so? Did he take the starch out of Hearns? Hearns sat down on his stool, looking like a beaten fighter. Let's see if he can bounce back in the 6th. I will swig some bubbly without the stares from Stallone as round 6 begins. The boxers trade 1-point left jabs at ring center. Hearns blocks a Muhammad right hook. Hearns steps forward and is hit with a blow just below his belt line. Referee Bayless issues a stern warning to Muhammad. He asks Hearns if he wants some time. He says no to the ref. Hearns has a very angry look on his face as he hits Muhammad with a straight lead right for 3 points that knocks him into the ropes. Hearns moves in and lands a 2-point right cross, 1-point left cross, and 2-point left jab. Both of Muhammad's cuts have opened up again. Hearns is a fired-up fighter after the low blow. He lands another 3-point left cross that buckles Muhammad's knees. Muhammad attempts to clinch, but Hearns pushes him back and land a 2-point left jab. Muhammad misses with a combination. Despite having blood pouring down his face, Muhammad is game to fight back. He misses with a left hook as the bell sounds to end round 6. That was all Hearns' round. The low blow kindled a fire in him to step on the gas. Muhammad's corner is trying its best to stop the bleeding. Bayless is eyeing Muhammad's corner again. He has motioned for the ring doctor to look at him. Muhammad's chief cut man is screaming at the doctor that their man is fine. He can see and is throwing punches. The fight will continue. I will continue taking a little swig of bubbly as round 7 begins. Stallone is staring at me again, but with a big smile on his face. Who knows what's in the minds of these Hollywood weird doos? Hearns comes out and land a 4-point straight right that buckles Muhammad's knees. Hearns connects with a 1-point left jab. Muhammad immediately clinches. Out of the clinch, Hearns is stalking Muhammad, but cannot land a solid blow as Muhammad bobs and weaves. Muhammad throws a 1-point right uppercut at ring center. Hearns counters with a 2-point left cross that opens up the cut on Muhammad's right side. Muhammad lands a 1-point left jab and 1-point right uppercut. Hearns fires out a 2-point right cross to the temple and a 4-point left hook that knocks Muhammad flat on his back. Muhammad is looking up at the rafters, but he is motionless. Referee Bayless doesn't even bother to count. Muhammad is out cold. At 2 minutes and 37 seconds of the 7th round, the winner by TKO is Thomas the Hitman Hearns. Muhammad put up a very game fight, but his cuts plus Hearns' overall power was too much for him. Showing what a classy fellow he is, Hearns is helping Muhammad back to his corner. Muhammad is still out of it, but he did give Tommy a smile. The crowd is applauding the pugilists for an exciting fight. They got their money's worth today. I have been handed a note. It is from Stallone. What does he want? The letter reads, Dear Nigel, one of my assistants switched your bubbly for Michael B. Jordan's brand in the 5th round. I was so amused that you didn't even notice the difference. Cheers, your favorite Hollywood type, Sly Stallone. What a dirty, low-down trick. Why the nerve of him to change my bubbly? What a dirty, low-down trick. Oh, these Hollywood types. This is Knockout Nigel, returning you to our Bangkok studio. Cheers. How dare he switch my bubbly? I will get you for this, Stallone. Fake fighter.
Oh, I think there's going to be another fight coming up soon between Sly Stallone and the one and only Knockout Nigel. We shall see. That will be something. But hope you enjoyed that fight today. That was Hearns knocking out Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. And I could really see that. They kind of barely missed each other during the late 80s and 90s. Barely missed fighting each other. But, they, hope you enjoyed that fight. We got so many fights coming up on here. But you, as the promoter of these shows, you decide what fights we have on here. Just go to wherever you're listening to the program. Just send me a note, be it on Facebook, on YouTube, at my YouTube channel, Nourished by History, wherever you listen. Please send me a note. There's a lot of people have and say, yeah, I want to see these fighters fight each other. I want to see this. Because it's all fantasy. It's all that. It's all fun. And we always have a good time on here. And besides doing the fights, talking about real fights and imaginary fights, we also play some music. And we're going to get to our musical aspect of the show right now. And I think today we're going to do my favorite blues singer. And I'm talking about the one and only Howlin' Wolf. And I'm going to play I Ain't Joking. So let's hear that on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast.
Believe me, sweetheart, I'm not joking with you. If I could only get my baby to believe in what I say. If I could only get my baby to believe in what I say. I will be with you always. Daddy would never go away. It's so hard to get you to believe what I say. It's so hard, darling, to get you to believe what I say. Just only believe me, I will stay with you always.
affair with a woman that was almost twice my age. Shoot, I didn't care. She was 44 and counting. I was just 23. I wish I could tell y'all things that woman did to me. But don't ask me no questions. We have to be discreet. We can't have our business out there in the street. The cat got no tongue. I ain't talking. The cat got no tongue. Keep on walking. The cat got no tongue. I ain't talking. The cat got no tongue. Keep on walking. She said you're young, hard, and handsome. That's what attracted me to you. But if you're gonna make love to a grown woman, I'm gonna teach you a thing or two. She turned me out on, she turned me out. Took the boy that I used to be. She told me what love making is all about. Lord, she made a man out of me. But don't ask me no question. We got to be discreet. We don't want our business out there in the streets. The cat got no tongue. I ain't talking. The cat got no tongue. Keep on walking. The cat got no tongue. I ain't talking. The cat got no tongue. Keep on walking. Got no tongue. Keep on walking. The cat got no tongue. I ain't talking. The cat got no tongue. Keep on walking. The cat got no tongue. I ain't talking. The cat got no tongue. Keep on walking. The cat got no tongue. Talking, the cat got no tongue. Keep on walking.
You let me play with your little yo-yo, I'll let you play with mine.
Sure will, honey.
You let me play with your little yo-yo, I come up to see sometime.
Yeah, now do that, honey.
Now you got to win it, and I got the bunch. Let's put them together, boy, we'll have some fun. Now you let me play with your little yo-yo, I'll let you play with mine. I mean it, I'll let you play with mine.
All right, honey, it sounds good. Play it, boy.
yo, boy, I come up to see sometime.
Yeah.
We'll go up to room 304, start on the bed and finish on the floor. You let me play with little yo-yo. Now let's play with my, I mean it. Now let's play with my.
Yeah, honey, it sounds good to me. Yes, sir.
Two old maids, line one day, one turn over and other one
What'd she
say.
say, honey?
You let me play with your little yo-yo.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you play with mine.
Yeah, honey.
You let me play with your little yo-yo.
Sure.
I'll make you feel so fine.
Feel good, honey?
Ain't no man that's understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sure can make you feel good.
I know you can, honey.
You let me play with your little yo-yo. I'll let you play with
Yes,
mine.
honey,
I
I'm
mean
feeling
it.
awful good now.
I'll let you play with mine.
Yes, sure. Yeah, hot boy. Take it, honey, take it.
My baby jumped up this morning and sat on the side of the bed. He said, I'm leaving you, baby. And this is just what I said. I said, I can't make you stay if you want to go. But it's high time, baby, that you should know. One monkey don't stop no show. One monkey don't stop no show. So if you still wanna go, go ahead. And I mean every word I said. My baby thought I was jiving, and he went right out the door. He left me about 3 in the morning. I got me a man at 4. Some women cry when a man leave them dry long slow, but I found out something long time ago. One monkey don't stop no show. One monkey don't stop no show. So when he get too big for his pants, get a spring brand new one and give him a chance. I used to be chicken-hearted and crying when he'd walk out the door, 'cause I was just young and simple. Ha! Ain't like that no more. 'Cause I had a hard way to go before I learned to score. But I'm here to tell you, and I should know, one monkey don't stop the show. One monkey don't stop the show. I let him do anything he choose, 'cause there's a million men who can fill his shoes. One monkey don't stop the show. One monkey don't stop the show. One monkey don't stop the show. And you can tell him I told you so.
All right, the one and only Big Maybell and One Monkey Don't Stop No Show. And before that, we did the Hartman Heartbreakers, and let me play with it. I'll probably get in trouble with that one. And before that, we did Lattimore, Cat Got My Tongue. And we started to set off with Howlin' Wolf, I'm Not Joking. And I'm not joking on the show at all. I hope you enjoyed our fight today between Eddie Mustafa Muhammad in the light heavyweight division and Thomas the Hitman Hearns. Hope you enjoyed that, as well as enjoyed the commentary about some of the news that's happening in the world of boxing, and also the music I just played. And again, if you want to promote a fight, just go to wherever you listen to the program, be it on Facebook, be it on YouTube, Nourished by History, that my channel there, wherever you listen, on Twitter, wherever you're listening in. Just say, I want to see these fighters fight, or I want to hear this music, or I want you to interview this person, because we do interviews on the show as well. Besides interviewing folks in the world of boxing, we get into a little bit of everything. But it's primarily a boxing show, and so many people like it. I'm just glad that you love this program, and we're going to continue doing it, and we just love doing it for you. But I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm your presenter, Greg Rashid, and as I always say, go in love and go in peace. Help someone along the way. And when you get up in the morning, you get up, go into that mirror, look at yourself, hug yourself, and just say in that mirror, I love myself. And if you're sight impaired, get up, hug yourself, and say, I love myself. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't do anything. You can't help yourself. You can't help anyone. So love yourself first. Really love yourself. And by loving yourself, you can love your beloved community. You can help those in need. Help anyone wherever you are in this world, because we're in the sphere together. We may have differences on one hand, but we're all the same eventually. We're all the same, so do what you can to make things better. But again, this is Greg Rashid. Go in love and go in peace. We'll see you next time on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in, my friends. See you next time for another edition of the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this podcast. Thanks.